Welcome to Channel Today in History. In today's video we will talk about the day. October 28, Bill Gates is born, 1955. William Henry Gates III, famous American computer entrepreneur, was born in Seattle, Washington State, United States, in 1955, into a wealthy family and therefore had access to privileged education in elite centers such as the Lakeside School and Harvard University. With his friend Paul Allen, he introduced himself to the computer world, forming a small team dedicated to the development of programs, which they sold to companies or public administrations. They created the software company Microsoft on April 4, 1975, when he was still a student at Harvard University, with Bill Gates as president and CEO. The business consisted of creating programs adapted to the needs of new microcomputers and offering them to manufacturing companies, cheaper than if they had developed them themselves. In 1976, Gates dropped out of university and moved to Albuquerque, Altair's headquarters, to negotiate with that company the transfer of a computer language, BASIC, to 50% of sales. The following year, he learned of the success of the Apple company, and that they needed a BASIC interpreter. He tried to present his version to Apple, but was not even received. In 1979, Microsoft began to expand, and Bill Gates decided to move its headquarters to Seattle. Further development was spectacular. In 1980 he reached an agreement with IBM to provide an operating system adapted to his new personal computers, MS-DOS, which since 1981 would be installed on all IBM computers. The later imitation of the IBM PC system by the compatible computers of other brands generalized the use of Microsoft's DOS as a support for all concrete software programs. But Microsoft's program was still very difficult to use, almost for experts. Steve Jobs, who had also dropped out of college, added a mouse to more easily click and move elements on his Apple computers and filled his computer screen with pictures and icons representing natural objects such as wastebaskets or folders. Gates met with Jobs, and as a result of their collaboration, Microsoft Word and Excel programs were born, fundamental in the computer world. But Apple didn't want its system to be compatible with any other, so Gates took his invention and adapted it to the PC. In addition, he built new software to use the computer in a more fun way, with a mouse and some windows. He called it Windows. Then Allen left Microsoft, affected by a serious illness. When, in 1986, Microsoft was listed on the stock exchange, the shares were quoted so high that Bill Gates became the richest man in the United States. Since then, the business has continued to grow, achieving a virtual monopoly of the global software market, reinforced by his victory against Apple in court in 1992. Transcendental ways of producing, transmitting and consuming information. Since 1993, he has joined the company in the promotion of multimedia supports, especially in the educational field. His quick enrichment was accompanied by a visionary and optimistic speech about a future transformed by the penetration of computers into all facets of everyday life, responding to the dream of introducing a personal computer into every home and every workplace. In July 2008, he decided to leave his job ahead of Microsoft to devote himself completely to his philanthropic foundation, retaining the position of honorary president of the multinational. Did you like the video? In the description you will find the blog link with the full article. Give an incentive by subscribing to the channel, liking, commenting, and sharing with your friends. Hugs. Until the next.